Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we set up our titanium glass production, which means it is time to go into the next step in the chain towards green science, and that is going to be plane filters. We have 110 Casimir crystals and the titanium glass to support it, so we're going to try to go for 110 plane filters. We're going to use all those Casimir crystals for this because I don't think there's anything else we need it for, as far as I'm aware of. That being said, we will proliferate it. We have the materials to support a certain number of production facilities, assemblers here that we're going to use. So this will do 5 recipes per second. So we can set up 22 of these. And with everything proliferated, we'll get a ton of this plane filter glass coming out. 22 assemblers feeding in our delicious Casimir crystals and titanium glass. All right, so let's figure out what that looks like. 22, really only one way to divide that. 11 on either side of a production line moving left to right. If we wanted to set this up on the planet, seems like a stretch of land around here. Where would be a good stretch of land to put this? I mean, right around here seems fine. We'll just have to use up a bunch of... Is there a better place? A place that kind of has... Actually, there's room right up here. This looks like a really good spot over here. Okay, let's head over there. It would be nice if you could set like a waypoint for yourself of some sort. So where was that? That's over here. Okay. So from where I am, I want to move up over the solar panels and then fly right for a while. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is a nice stretch of land right here. Okay. So, I guess we'll do a tower. Do we have a nearby tower that's not using slots, or like an output tower we could put into? We could put the output into there. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll stick our output in there. Let's assume that we're going to have... Let's go ahead and let's give ourselves a little bit of room to work with. So if you're going to be making plane filters for me, you're going to need 2 lines in between. Do you have... Can you bring down everything? No, your output can go... You have 2 slots available. What about you? Anybody else with a free slot nearby? Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, there's nobody else nearby. Oh, you could source my outputs or my inputs, and then my outputs go here. Yeah, that could work. Okay. So we'll have the outputs coming in, or we'll have the inputs, the Casimir crystals and the titanium glass coming in like this from over the tower behind us. And then we'll have the outputs run like up and around. I'm not quite sure. And then over here, they'll all join up and flow into our friendly tower here. Okay. So you're gonna be our output tower for plane filters. Looks good. Now, do we have proliferator coming in somewhere nearby? We have proliferator right there. Is it going into any sort of a... This is actually producing it. All right. We can worry about proliferator in a moment. Of course, it's turning dark as soon as I start building. I really dislike the day-night cycle. I hate building and playing games where it's like, half the game you have to be in the dark and not be able to see anything. At least give me lights. Let me put down flood lamps or something. Really, really annoying. So you're going to be output like so. You're going to be output like so. And then inputs will do input here and here. And then input here and here. Okay. So there's our starter setup. Now we need 11 of these on each side because we want 22 total. And then we're going to need power as well. But let's see if we can get... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we need to go a little bit further over here. Uh, 10, 11. Okay. All right, there's the first 11. Let's not down the rest of these. Okay, that one doesn't quite make it. Let's go to there. You need to reach one tile further. And then we can make this work. Okay. Then our output line travels around like this. Looks good. Okay. Let's see about power now. Where are you landing? Clement Star 1. Okay. Hopefully our defenses there hold. Let's do some power towers here. We'd like to reach... Okay, so you can go there. And then I think we... Can I go even further and still reach everything? I think I can. So every third assembler gets a tower, and then we're fine. And we got to do a few on the other side. Can we get away with doing something like this? That looks like it'll work. That's fun. That looks good. Okay. So you have... No, not you. You have proliferator for me. We're going to want to proliferate both our Casimir crystals and our titanium glass going into this build. We have enough to support 11, or 22 rather. And what'll come out will be another 25% of that, so... I don't know. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's get our sprayers on board. Looks good. We'll just take a cheeky little... We'll take a cheeky little bit of proliferator from over here. Slice it in there. Looks good. Okay. Let's set you to output proliferator for me. All right. You guys are nice and powered up from this. Okay, so now all I really need to do is get my outputs from over here. Was this the empty one? Yeah, this was the empty one. Okay. So... do I want to do diagonals? I think I can do diagonals. Let's come over here. You're going to connect to right here. And then you're going to come out and do the same thing. To right here. Okay. And please give me... Whoops. Please give me Casimir crystals and titanium glass. 3,000 should be enough. Demand, demand. In they come. Oh, I still need to set the output filters. Okay, so there's our inputs for the plane filters. Looks like that's going to work just fine. This is all powered up, so as soon as the materials arrive, we should see plane filters begin. There's the titanium glass. Casimir crystals taking just a shade longer. Okay, there we go. And you're going to produce 6.3 per minute times 22 gives me, let's see, 6.3 times 22. They're going to produce 138.6 plane filters per minute. So we can call that 135. So we have 135 plane filters. Okay, now, if we're going into quantum chip production, the next step would be turning these into quantum chips. So we have a little bit of, we have some processors in the system, probably not enough for all the demands that want them, but we can set some of this up. Let's figure out what we can support. So 130, let's start with the plane filters as a baseline. 138. We can maybe call that 140 or something, or maybe 120. The assembler making the quantum chips will do, let's see, 6 seconds. It'll do 10 per minute for twice as many plane filters and processors. So, if we call that 120 with a little bit of extra, because it's 138-ish, I could try to go for 70 per minute, or I could just go for 60 per minute. 60 quantum chips per minute seems good. It's a little bit, we're not using the plane filters for anything else as far as I know. So we might want to try to ramp up as high as we can. Like, yeah, because we can do, one assembler needs, no, I need to look at quantum chips here. One assembler does 10 per minute and uses twice as many. So we could go one extra. If we build 12 of them, then we're going to do 120 per minute. We're going to need 120 per minute. No, I can't build 12 of them. I can build half as many. I can build 6 of them, which will consume 120 plane filters, or I could build 7 of them, which would consume every single plane filter and fall a little bit short. The quantum chips are used for the green science, right? So probably getting as many as we can is a good thing. So we'll aim for 70, and we'll fall just a shade short of that. Yeah, we'll aim for 70 quantum chips per minute. Okay. So this is very simple. We just build a production line with 7 of these and a tower for the inputs and outputs. Obviously, we'll be proliferating again. Maybe instead of feeding these into the tower, the output, maybe we just wrap it around into, because maybe we just wrap it around into another production line here. Can we squeeze that in this area? Like, let's say I flatten this out. Can I squeeze that in here? If I move this belt, probably. This belt doesn't need to be exactly where it is, and neither does this power tower. We could get ourselves a little bit more room here. What is this belt for? It seems empty. You were feeding something that was stockpiled here and no longer exists, so you can actually disappear forever, right? Yeah, that's no problem. Okay, that frees up a little bit more space. And then we don't really need you here either. You were storage for extra deuteron fuel rods, right? You're done, because you're emptied out. So we don't need you anymore. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need this second thing over here anymore. We can keep one stack just in case, but like in case we start overproducing, but it seems like we're using all the power we can produce now. Where is the nearest power tower? Yeah, we're We're very close to full production or full power at the moment. I think we get rid of... So they're just immediately flowing through over here and then flowing into this. And these aren't even full. So I think we just delete all of this. Right? And then this goes directly into there now. And you feed directly into here. And then we don't have a problem with space anymore. This can be moved. This isn't. This can be removed because it's not powering anything. Okay, now we've got space. Okay, so if we're doing 7 assemblers that are making quantum chips, we'll need a line of processors. We'll need these to be spray coated along with the processors. But I think actually, I think that's what we want to do. Let me take all of these and stick them in my inventory for now. And let's change this to... Let's clear the settings. Let's demand processors. Okay, they are available. So... We're gonna need a way to spray coat these. Let's see, this, whatever this is done. What were you? Yeah, you're fed by logistic spots. Okay. So let's see. If we have our output of plane filters come up this way, I would like my plane filters and my... So we're going to need to loop this around, I think. We need an output here that comes down and around and gets sprayed. The processors, right? So we want 2 spray coaters here. That's not quite right. And then we want just a line directly above this that goes like that. And a nice sorter Mark II can pull off of there. Feed those in if we give it some power. Okay. So now we've got spray-coated goodies here. We've got our plane filters and our processors. Okay, that looks good. And then we just put down 7 assemblers to make quantum chips, right? So how do I want to do this? I think I want to loop these back around. So you're going to come back around and over like this. And then we're going to do the same with you. You'll come around and over like this. And then does this tower have a slot left? It does. So we can now supply quantum chips elsewhere in the world. by outputting into this tower. Okay, there's the quantum chips you're going to supply. I think 3,000 is probably fine. Okay, so we've plopped down an assembler. You're going to make quantum chips. Okay, let's pull in your ingredients. Then you need an output line as well. And that output line will feed directly into... Oh, it actually went ahead and made it for me. You've produced a quantum chip. With it, you can interfere with the quantum jump process to greatly increase the chance of particles appearing in a certain state. This will be another major innovation in the history of industrial technology development. Okay? Looks like I need you to fly over here to make your way inside. Okay. Let's do your output. There we go. Quantum chips available. So this was pretty fast to get the plane filters and the quantum chips up and running. Let's finish this. We want 7 of these, we decided. One of which won't run all the time, but still. Yeah, you're producing 12.5 per minute times 7 minus a little. 12.5 times 7 would be 87.5. So we can call that like 85 quantum chips per minute is what we now have access to, which is great. Let's build 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's delete our extras. Nope, almost did something terrible there. Okay. Can I take these extra chips that I've produced and dump them into you guys or not? No, this line is full, huh? Okay. What do I do with these extra quantum chips then? I guess it feels wrong to just delete them. Feels really wrong to just delete them. But I mean, I guess I don't have a choice. What else am I going to do with them? There's no other use for them other than making... Quantum chips are used to make green science, right? Actually, we might be on track to make green science this episode, maybe? No. Okay, so this is going to be a shortfall for us, the graviton lenses. We only have... Our entire empire produces 30 strange matter per minute, and while the diamonds are easy to come by, strange matter is not. Which means we can make 30 graviton lenses per minute if we set up the right number of things. And so we're going to be limited to producing 60 green science cubes. So we are going to have a stockpile of quantum chips for a while. I don't know if they're used for anything else, but we might as well go over to the mall and set up a line for that to take advantage of the extras. So it seems like strange matter is our problem right now. Where's the mall? Over here. Okay. Seems like strange matter is definitely our limiting factor. We've got ourselves quite a lot of these quantum chips. But we can get some limited green science up and running with the quantity of strange matter that we do have. It'll be a trickle at first, so we're going to have to figure out how to make more strange matter. But over time, we should be able to grow that and increase our green science cube production rate. So, all right, let's have you be quantum chips. Let's demand quantum chips here. We'll take very, very few here. Or I guess it doesn't matter. There's one tower supplying them. There will now be one tower requesting them, so they'll all come here. Let's do an output line. And then if we come over here, this should already be set up. Yeah, that's limited. So that'll have one slot full. And then let's dump the rest in here. And let's set up distribution. I don't know if anybody actually has... I don't think anybody's asking for these yet. Wait, is that... That's not quantum chips, that's plane filters. Hold on. So quantum chips can come here. And then I guess plane filters could be over here. Not that anybody... Nah. Alright. Never mind. I guess I'm just going to delete these plane filters. Goodbye forever. Alright. So we have quantum chips available here. Distribute to other distributors. Oh, somebody does want them. Interesting. Who's... This is the wrong type. Quantum chips. There we go. Somebody's asking for them. Somebody local is asking for them. Who wants these? Where are you going? Quantum chips. Oh, this is the Mark III assembling machine. Wants these. Okay. I don't know if we want to be burning those producing these. Let's limit ourselves to one slot. And then shut down. Because we're going to be wanting these pretty much locked to green science. Okay, alright. I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Where is Processor Town? Over here? We've got a few extras here. Can't put them in there, so I might as well dump them in here. Okay. What do we got? We got some coal. Let's delete that. Some oil. Do I have room for you? I do. Okay. Let's fill you up. What else are they bringing me to stick into my inventory? We got Mark IIIs. Mark IIs we can delete. What else are they bringing me here? Depots? I think that's extra. What are they bringing me? Anything? No, it looks like I'm all full up. They've already got me. Okay. Why do I have 5 extra conveyor belts? We have 3,005 out of 3,000. All right. Fine. I think we're good there. I don't know why I have 2 sets of this, but I guess that's fine. All right, so with quantum chips available, I don't know that we really want them. Yeah, I guess they're right now they're flying over to produce Mark III assemblers, which eventually that'll run dry. Eventually it'll stop demanding these once it fills up those 2 slots. So I'll let that run for a bit. The next thing we need to set up is proton lens. We need an actual, or rather graviton lens. We need a factory for graviton lens production. And I wonder if I have excess diamonds in the system or if I need to produce those. We only have 30 strange matter available, but that will require 120 diamonds per minute. So maybe I'll go set this up near some coal if we have a coal patch that's not being used. Let's take a look around the planet. That coal's being used. Most of the resources on the planet are in use at this point. I don't know. Do we have like... There's the occasional patch like this where there's stone there that's not being used. I'm looking for coal. There's a patch of coal here that's not being used. Maybe the smart thing to do is just come over here, turn this all into diamonds, and send it into the network so that I can call it down somewhere else. This patch right here, I'm not sure how much diamond production we have. Let's see, you're a little bit south of the North Pole. Where? You're like over in that direction. Let me go land by that coal and then we'll figure out if we want to turn it into diamonds or not. You look like you could use a little help. get you set up a little bit better than you are. That's good. Okay. So if I look at diamond production on my panel here, let's look. So local panel, where are diamonds? Let's see if I can try to understand these graphs. Okay, so diamond production's at 201, consumption's at 268. So is that because we have stockpiles? It looks like even when this spikes, production is pretty much static. I just don't know enough about how to understand this interface here. If we go to an hour, see the numbers change, right? There's production, there's consumption. Production seems pretty static here, around 220, I think. And then like consumption goes up sometimes, and then production spikes. It would be nice if you could have theoretical maximums here. You know what I mean? Like, this is the actual number over time, but I would love to see theoretical maximums. It'd be much more useful to see theoretical maximums than actual numbers. And you know what? Hold that thought. Bam. I knew this had to exist. So I have stopped the game. I've saved it, stopped, went out and looked for a UI mod that gives me the information I'm looking for. This one happens to be called Bottleneck, and I've installed it into the game. So now we have a much better insight into things. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame to make sure we're looking at good things here. So for diamond, it looks like right here we can see titanium glass. Our production rate is 0. Theoretical max 0 per minute. I'm not sure about that. That's because we're on local planet, right? If we go to Alwade 4, where we're making it, yeah. So we have, all right, probably then we want to look at local system is the best one for us here. Okay, let's look at diamonds. So we have 15 producers, 21 consumers. Our theoretical max production rate is 562.5. And our theoretical maximum consuming rate is 767.5. But our average consumption rate over the past 1 hour, and let's even look at 10 hours here. Our theoretical, or our actual consumption rate over the last 10 hours in the local system is 231.4. And since our theoretical max production rate is almost double that, it seems to me like we don't actually need to make more diamonds. Now, let's see. Proliferator calculation enabled. We do want that turned on. Production details. There's a lot that this mod provides me, but the main thing is it doesn't look like we need more diamonds, because we should be able to ramp up production to meet additional demand. Look, over the past 10 hours, our consumption rate's been 231. Our production rate has been 234. That little bit extra means we're filling up our towers that have storage space for it as things are flitting around the solar system. Yeah, I don't think we need diamonds at all. Let's take a look at strange matter as another example. Our production rate has been constant at 10.49 for the past 10 hours. Our theoretical max is right around where we thought, 30 per minute. And our consumption rate's very low. It's our little baby space warper chain that is consuming 5 of these a minute of the potential 28.13 that we could be making. This mod, this is very handy. This is very, very nice. We can change displays to per second, apparently, for folks who are into that. And then there's some other options as well. Very nice quality of life improvement. So we don't need to make more diamonds. Which means, what was I going to do? I was going to go straight into graviton lens production, right? So, actually, let me think about this. If we go into full production of, let's say, 120 diamonds per minute, which we won't hit, I don't think, or, well, I guess we might. What is the hotkey for this P for the statistics panel. So if we add another 120 to the diamond production, or consumption rather. Let's see, diamonds might be higher up. Where were diamonds? I guess I could search for them. There we go. So we added 120 to this, and we're consuming another 120 per minute over the next 10 hours as we produce green science. That goes up to 350, and our theoretical maximum production is 562. Now, I don't know if all of that is in the network, so we might still have some problems. We might have a bottleneck to diagnose. But even adding 120 consumption per minute should be fine. So I think we're good to just start producing graviton lenses. All we got to do is find a tower which has diamonds available, or make one. Let's see. If I look at my towers, there's a ton of other mods, but I'm not going to get into modding this too heavily for a first playthrough. You have diamonds and you are supplying them, which means you're being fed diamonds over here. Where are your diamonds coming from? Oh, look at all this. This is hydrogen. Is any of this feeding into... Yeah, you're supplying hydrogen, right? To anybody who wants it? Okay. Wait a minute. Where are the diamonds coming from over here? Yeah, here's our diamond producer going in here. Okay. So we can take these diamonds here. And we can call down... what are we trying to make? We can call down strange matter as well. How many slots do you have open? None. Okay. What's the right way to do this? I guess we need another... How many are you producing? Are you producing... 30 per minute? You know what? I think we just set up with another tower somewhere. We don't need that much. We don't need that much space. We don't need that much land for it. What seems good? Yeah, right around here. This strip seems fine. We'll just soak up the rest of this ocean. Okay, so let's get graviton lens production up here real quick. I mean, I guess we're gonna grab a tower. And it doesn't really... Well, I mean, we don't know who's making what. I guess we can fly the diamonds from here to here. I don't think... Yeah, we don't want to... Well... I guess, yeah, it's better to use the network. So we'll demand diamonds and strange matter. And demand diamonds and strange matter. Where's diamonds? Come on. Where are you? Got just a few minutes left here. I want to get this done. That's crystals. There we go. Diamonds. And we'll demand proliferator as well. We really don't need very much proliferator at all. I think one drone load or 70. Like, yeah, 500's enough of that. The diamonds are really close by, so we'll take like 1,000 or maybe 1,200. So that's 10 trips. And then strange matter, we don't have that much. We don't want to like suck it up too much either. 30 per minute. Let's just go with 300 here. And these are demand. That's everything we need to produce graviton lenses, which we'll supply. I guess for you, 2,000's fine. Okay. Let's get you powered on. We can power you on like that. Okay. So you're going to have two outputs, which we are going to proliferate, which is going to be strange matter and diamonds. Let's get you proliferated. 1, 2. You'll want power here. Let's pull out proliferator over here. Well, yeah, we'll probably come out of here and then up and in. Looks good. Okay, you're going to be proliferator. Looks good. Okay, then we have strange matter and diamonds. Now, is the strange matter in transit? It is, ever so slowly. Okay. Minimum load of drones is 70. We do have 30 strange matter in production, so it should be on the way here. I'm pretty sure we're feeding it into a tower. But, let's see. I guess we build on this side and then feed the result back in. We might have to chase down some more strange matter production, but for right now, let's go ahead and produce these graviton lenses, right? Right. Okay. So, the mini boutique that's producing the warpers right now, that might be eating up all the strange matter. It might be all in storage at that tower. It might be closer to wherever we're floating it from. I think it is closer to where we're floating it from, so this tower might not have priority. Let's do sorters. So strange matter goes in, diamonds go in. You start producing graviton lenses. I think we decided we can power 3 of these, right? Because normally it does 10 per minute, and it'll use 10 per minute, and we have 30 strange matter. So just 3 of these for now. And you'll come over here and feed in and give the tower graviton lenses. Okay. 2 and 3. There we go. Looks like you will need a bit of power over here. So yeah, we're gonna have to shut down, I think, the other guy consuming strange matter, and we are gonna have to produce quite a bit more strange matter. But this will give us what, 12.5 times 3. What is that? 37.5 of these per minute. 37.5 per minute, and then I think we're ready to make green science now with this. Yeah. So 37.5 per minute of the quantum chips and the throat lozenges. What are they actually called? Graviton lenses. We can feed those in and produce, I guess, 75 green science per minute, something like that. Plus, if we proliferate it, we can get another 25% on top of that. So we could be getting, what's 25% of 75? 32.5, 15. So 75 plus 15 gets me to 90. We might be able to make 90 green science per minute next episode. I guess that'll be something for you to look forward to, because we're going to call it here. This was very productive. I really like this new, I really am happy with this new mod. So theoretical max 887.5. This has gone up. Let's switch over to 10 minutes. Production rate went up as consumption rate went up. It's giving us a little bit of a warning here. We might not have enough diamonds, but really we have a much bigger bottlenecks to worry about. We got to go address the strange matter situation. I think we have to turn off our other building. Why don't I do that real quick before we end here? That's over here. I don't know what that flight pattern was. I did something very weird there. Okay, so you're requesting, yeah, you're requesting strange matter. Let's turn you off for now. I don't want to destroy this, but I'd like to stop it running for now. Because we've got several thousand space warpers banked, which can make their way out to continue. Those can be provided where they're needed, which right now is only Clement Star 1. I would like all of the strange matter to stop coming here. And we'll change this boutique thing to use the other recipe for space warpers. And we'll send over like just a teeny tiny bit of green science per minute. Because one of these makes 8 instead of the lozenge. So we'll figure out how to do that. We'll probably replace this build with something else. This is made in what? Space Warper Advanced. Is this made in an assembler? Yeah, probably. If I go in here and I click, yeah, I would click this to do it. Okay. So we might tear this down. For now, I want this to be stopped. I don't want you requesting. I guess the other way I could have done it was like that. Let's stop this as well. And let's turn this off. So these are all off. That's fine. Nobody should be flying over here and providing raw materials, which means this isn't doing anything. Okay. So now all the excuse me. All of the strange matter should stop filtering in here. Where's the strange matter? Let's see. Yeah, nobody wants it anymore. Okay, so we can go over here and stick it in here, because you are demanding, you're not supplying. So I guess for now we change this to supply. No. You're demanding this. But we don't want you to be. We want it to go to... We want it to... how do I do this? I guess for now, I set the demand to 0. And we can come back later. And then there should be... There should be strange matter coming in from another planet at one of our places over here, right? This is where it's originating from on this planet. One of these interstellar towers. Come on, show me what you got. Where is it arriving from? Okay, there's a planetary... We're making it here, I think. Are we making it here? Yeah, we're making some of it here. So some of it's being made here. And this station is supplying. Okay. So wait a minute. Does that mean I'm actually not pulling it in from all Wade? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not actually pulling it in from all Wade 4. Maybe I never set that up. So if I was to do this... If I was to say, hey, I would like to supply locally and demand remotely. Oh, all of a sudden it starts flowing in. I was never calling it in. That's why. Okay, all right. So there was a ton of it waiting on All Wait 4 to be called in. All right. So now, all right. So now this tower is demanding from remote and supplying to local. That means it'll fly over to our lozenge production facility. Not this one. I don't understand then. Yeah, the one little tower that was supplying, that was what was feeding in over here. Because we were demanding it, so the 12 per minute or whatever it's making was flowing in over here. I think we'll leave that as it is with the very small, narrow... You know what? I'm actually going to turn that off. So we got some coming in from off planet, 20 per minute, and then there's another 10 per minute over here, and they're going to feed into the system we just built. So where did I put that? Let's see. You're my friendly neighborhood lozenge production. Okay. So, let's put down some color, shall we? That will help me find that, I think. Okay, so a little bit of strange matter finally came in from Interstellar or from Alwade 4. We're now producing the lozenges. We're feeding those in. Okay, you're supplying. Everything's working. And I can actually juice you with a little bit more strange matter. Okay, so you got strange matter, you got diamonds, you got proliferator. You're making my lozenges. Next episode, we make green science. That's going to be it for this time, guys. Sorry for that. The tail end of that episode, the last 15 minutes of me going, I can't find anything that I've made. It's becoming a real problem. The planet is just littered with towers now. So we just have to kind of hope that everything works and move forward and push forward. We'll see you next time. Take care.